Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Macrocast, your source for news and entertainment with the minds behind Macro Records. We are your hosts. I'm Mattson.
I'm Downlow'd. Hello.
And first off, we want to apologize because last week's episode wasn't available on video until now.
We didn't realize that we should have known, but we just weren't. We didn't realize that Disney would be so hardcore about the copyright thing. It's on Netflix.
It was more than Disney. It was a lot of things.
It was Disney. It was Universal. It was basically like 3 different companies trying to just fuck us.
Yeah.
In our anus.
Piss me off.
In our anal cavity.
But I fixed it so the videos now they're smaller and they're in between me and you, so it doesn't get flagged that way. But it sucks. You guys can't see
in between us.
You guys can't see the things in full 1080p.
I don't think that do they care?
Well,
do you guys care?
Dude.
Do you guys comment if you care?
I would care.
Comment on this video if you care, or just leave a review and leave us 1 star.
Yeah.
Tell us that, God, you guys suck because you don't leave us 1080p videos, even though we're on iTunes downloading this to listen to in our car. Yes. Which is okay. It's totally fine.
Yes.
So, Alex and I saw a movie.
Oh, wait.
God.
Okay.
What am I trying to say?
I don't understand why you couldn't just wait, because we were going to talk about this and then segue into that.
I was going to segue from that into this. I'm sorry that
go on.
Sorry, I just ruined everything for you.
You did. You completely ruined that.
You just have like this whole wait, did you have a thing to talk about the movie?
About Deadpool?
About the other movie?
Yeah, but
well, then fuck it. We'll talk about it later. We'll do it live.
We'll
do it live. Fuck it. We're doing it live.
We're on your time now.
We're doing it live.
Ahead. Continue with what you were saying.
Well, we got Deadpool here on the screen.
Oh my god!
Now you know what that is, folks?
You were about to talk about Woman in Gold.
That is a reverse. That's a reverse train wreck. That's what I just did. I train wrecked it twice right now.
So
that's classic. Only Downlow'd could do that.
Ryan Reynolds.
Downlow'd is me.
Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds was involved in a hit-and-run accident.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So
I thought you were going to say he shot somebody.
No.
He has, we're showing just a photo of Deadpool here.
According to CTV, which is, network television in Canada, they're currently filming Deadpool in Vancouver, and Reynolds was struck by a car.
In Van City.
He was struck by a car on Friday night. This is Friday night.
While they were shooting?
It was last Friday. No, I think he was just out in the city.
Is he okay?
He's perfectly fine. Apparently, it was a paparazzi who hit him.
Idiots.
So it's not the first time the paparazzi have done something like this.
Dude. They're
becoming extremely volatile.
I watched a video of Willie Moon and his wife who had gotten... I don't know if I sent you a link to this, but they were on X Factor New Zealand, and they had gotten dismissed from doing their job as judges on X Factor because they had talked shit to some competitor in X Factor or whatever.
Oh, really?
Natalia Kills is Willie Moon's wife, and she was like, honestly... She saw this dude who his only crime was dressing in a suit and trying to look like James Bond suave, and he did a comb over or whatever, and she was like, honestly, you're disgusting. You disgust me because you're trying to jock on my husband's style. And he was like, I don't think that I am. I don't really even know who your husband is. She was like, no, you as an artist who appreciates self-integrity and intellectual property, I think that you're disgusting. You're a disgrace.
What?
And she told this guy off, and it was totally uncalled for. Both her and her husband. Her husband was like, I think you look like a Norman Bates, kind of you're gonna skin somebody in the audience and go kill everyone in the audience.
This was X Factor Canada,
New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so this is all X Factor. I think is all under Simon Cowell's the Psycho umbrella. Yeah. So Simon Cowell disbarred them. He was like,
you will never judge a panel again on
X
Factor.
No, yeah, totally. And so my point here was that I saw the video from paparazzi of them getting back to LAX, and you can really see all of the paparazzi surrounding them and trying to get a statement from them. There are literally 13 to 15 people, guys with cameras, what do you think? What are you doing? They're just walking, trying to get to their car, trying to leave LAX. You know? And that led me to another, like, YouTube is kind of clickbaitish. So it led me to another video where I saw Kim Kardashian get, like, and they were like, look at her big ass as she gets out of the Jeep, or her butt is too big for her to get out of her Jeep, or something like that. And
so that's one person who gets, like, swarmed by paparazzi.
She really is. And I mean, so there were, like, probably 40 guys, like, all, hey, Kim, you look gorgeous. Hey, gorgeous Kim. Like, you know, her getting out of the fucking car. And her ass is huge, by the way. I mean, just for anybody wondering, it is gigantic.
Yeah.
Like, she is the epitome. She has implants, right?
No.
She had butt implants.
I don't think so,
I think she did.
She got x-rays to prove that she didn't.
Dude, her ass is too big, man.
It's huge.
It's impossibly large. And her waist is tiny.
Yeah.
That just doesn't exist. She definitely got ass implants. I don't know. But anyway, there were just, I mean, like, the way that celebrities get swarmed by paparazzi is pretty fucking insane.
It's crazy.
So Ryan Reynolds is a testament to that. I mean, I'm glad that he's okay. He got hit by a fucking paparazzi.
Yeah, I'm glad that he's alright, too. But this leads us to another Ryan Reynolds thing.
Which I train wrecked.
Yes. We saw Woman in Gold on Friday night. You know, I thought to myself, why didn't we go see Ex Machina, dude?
Well, I don't know what that even is.
It's this new sci-fi movie out that's supposed to be like it. It
I'm down
feels
to
like
go
a
see
little
that.
bit of a ripoff of Person of Interest.
I'm down to go see that.
It's about artificial intelligence.
I've enjoyed going to the movies lately, but one of the problems with Woman in Gold for me was not really part of the movie. It was just the theater was so packed. We had to sit in like kind of shitty seats.
Yeah.
So we were like sitting there with our necks up, and you know, I don't know. It wasn't that enjoyable of an experience. The movie itself, I didn't think was too great. I thought Helen Mirren was awesome.
Oh my god.
What is this?
On the side, there's a full-time job. Oh, how can you see out of those glasses?
I didn't understand this. The whole, like, it was cute how she kept, like, mothering him.
Yeah.
But
Painted by Gustav Klimt. That's quite a painting.
the,
Taken off the walls of our
whoever edited the trailer for this movie was fantastic. They made this movie look like it was an Oscar-winning film.
Well, and a lot of them are like disjointed sentences from the actual movie.
Right, yeah.
Like combined, it's almost like reality TV where they edit it to be like something else happened, you know, when it didn't really.
Even the cinematography.
perfume and cognac in duty-free.
The cinematography was just fine.
I thought the cinematography was great.
That's our home. On my way
But-
tonight.
The flashbacks I really liked.
Yeah, they were done really well done.
The costumes were really well done. The cinematography in this movie actually was really good.
Yeah.
I'll give that to it. But the writing I felt was kind of weak. I don't know.
Well, I
And
don't.
Katie Holmes was totally unnecessary.
Yeah, I don't know if it was so much as the writing as just the actual character development, because some of the characters felt really
They were
shallow,
undeveloped, yeah.
You know?
Or underdeveloped. And then there was one moment where they had like Hitler, but it was like his back or whatever, where it was like they hung that portrait in Hitler's home.
Yeah.
It was like the back of Hitler. I was like, who did they hire to play Hitler in that like one thing? I don't know.
There's no way you're gonna win. We didn't come here.
It was okay. It wasn't a bad experience.
It was an entertaining movie, but it wasn't.
No,
This was not an Oscar-winning movie. Like, I thought that it would be... The way that they portray this right here, it makes it seem like it's going to be way more fucking epic than it is. Like, whoever edited the trailer, props to them, because they really sold this movie.
By one of Austria's finest artists.
And it was a good... I mean, the flashbacks, that was really romantic. Like, it was a really good idea. Could have been executed so much better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The chocolate on your donut is melted.
And right before that scene where we see her talking about the donut, there's a huge Guardians of the Galaxy like banner.
I didn't catch it, but you said something about
It's
it.
a huge. It's fucking bright as day. Next time if you watch it again at some point in the future,
I'll probably never watch this movie again.
you might see it on like TV in the future. Or
Maybe,
something.
yeah.
But for anybody that goes out and watches it, there's a huge Guardians of the Galaxy banner right there, and this movie's supposed to be taking place in 1998.
Yeah.
Also, Helen Mirren. I'm sorry, it's difficult. Helen Mirren was cast, and I was saying this, but you were right. She was kind of too young for the part of that woman. They embellished that a little bit, but how are they going to cast an older actress? I mean, she's 69 years old.
She's a great actress too.
She is a great actress.
So
I don't know. I would
speaking of-
recommend that you go check it out, though.
Yeah, me too. I recommend it.
But I don't know if I would recommend spending the money.
It wasn't that bad.
It's a good. The flashbacks make it a good theatrical experience.
I really think we should have gone to see Ex Machina, though.
Maybe we will go see it.
Okay, cool. So, since you mentioned Guardians of the Galaxy, let's talk about this.
Let's talk about another Marvel superhero, Ant-Man.
The trailer for
I
Ant-Man
saw this
was
trailer.
released. It looks fucking awesome.
It looks great. It looks. I have to say that this looks. I also watched the Batman vs Superman trailer. And,
We're going to talk about that later.
Right. Okay. Great.
Okay,
But
yeah.
this looks way better than that.
Well, why is it not Hank Pym? It's the second Ant-Man.
They had to do that because they didn't want to make Hank Pym like a huge.
Because he is a huge deal, and they didn't want to make him a huge deal.
Well, he invented Ultron. And they didn't want to. They wanted to make it Tony Stark that invented Ultron, as opposed to bringing in another character, which really doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they would do something like that.
Well, in the comics, Hank Pym is as influential as Tony Stark in regards to the Avengers.
Totally.
So it feels kind of shitty that he's been left out of all this.
I tend to agree with that.
And if I'm correct, we'll see this right now in the trailer, but you saw Yellow Jacket, right?
Yes.
Hank Pym becomes Yellow Jacket in the comics.
Wasn't that guy in House of Cards?
Wasn't it? It's Peter.
I thought it was Peter.
Peter
in House
Russo.
of, Peter Russo. In
I
House of
can't
Cards.
remember his real name. He's been in a lot of Hollywood films lately. But Yellow Jacket in the comics, I'm pretty sure, is Hank Pym.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. He's Ant-Man, then he becomes Yellow Jacket. I swear.
Because Yellow Jacket is maybe later on. But
I'm pretty sure in Civil War, Hank Pym wears a Yellow Jacket suit.
I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Oh, it is Hank Pym.
I told ya!
But, hold up. Bear with me. It is... Wait, hold up. I'm sorry. Yellow Jacket is Hank Pym?
Yeah.
Like, straight up the whole time.
But I don't know if
But
that's...
it's also Rita Demara.
I don't know if that's the direction they're going with in the movie. Well, let's watch the trailer.
Whenever it's ready.
Imagine a soldier.
Yellow Jacket? Hank Pym as Yellow Jacket was a superhero, though.
Yeah.
The ultimate
In Civil War, he's wearing the
He's a
yellow jacket.
superhero, though.
Yeah.
He's not a villain.
Well, he's
Yellow
not-
Jacket's a villain in this.
Yeah. That's why I was confused. It looks awesome, though.
This looks really well made.
Scott, I've been watching you for a while. You're different. And I believe everyone deserves a shot at redemption.
But it's yet another Marvel movie without any references to the other Marvel characters.
days of breaking into places and stealing
Yeah.
are over.
It doesn't feel like it's going to have much connection with everything else that's going on in the larger MCU.
I feel like they would do well to at least talk about the Avengers.
Yeah.
In like
they
the
probably
preview.
will.
Become a hero.
In the movie itself, maybe.
This version of Ant-Man, though, is like he's a criminal. And then he becomes a good guy.
Learn how to control it.
What's his name?
Are you greatest at
Miles Dyson.
No. That's from Terminator.
small? You have seen
He's like she's like these are your best friends. They're ants.
like a bullet.
Okay.
It looks
That's
fucking
cool. That looks
awesome.
really dope.
So you need to know how to punch.
You wanna show me how to punch?
He's super powered when he's a.
And Paul Rudd is awesome. Like,
So is Evangeline Lilly, but her haircut looks fucking awful. Her haircut, she looks like a 12-year-old girl.
Scott Lang.
That's right. And this guy's Yellow Jacket.
But yeah, Yellow Jacket is totally a villain in this.
Did you think you could stop the future? You're just a thief. No. I know. It wasn't my idea.
It does feel kind of like forced. I don't know.
It looks
It
stunning.
looks. It looks
It does.
stunning. It looks stunning.
Like the CGI looks amazing.
It looks good. This is cool. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. But I feel like if there's too much of this, it's gonna be too like Toy Story-ish. Too much for like kids. Like, okay, we're tiny people. Like, you know, and there's like big things going on that should be tiny. Like,
Yeah,
we get that.
I can feel that.
But I feel like so Ant-Man is like a huge part of the Avenger and Marvel verse, like, you know.
Totally.
So I hope that they kind of make this like, maybe I don't know how they're going to tie this into the Avengers or whatever, because we have the Avengers Age of Ultron happening a month after.
A month before, dude.
A month before?
Age of Ultron is in 10 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, so when does this happen? In May?
In June.
Oh, okay,
June.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And I was saying that they should have done this before so they could have had Ant-Man in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
well.
it wouldn't have been Hank Pym, so I don't really feel like those efforts would have even been worth it, you know?
It would have been wasted.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally cool with the lineup they have for Avengers right now. I'm not, you know.
Avengers looks good. Everyone's, and I mean, you know, it goes without saying that everyone's going to love it. Everyone's going to love this movie too. All of the Marvel fan base is so huge, and they're so dedicated that everyone's going to be like, this is the best. Like, I guarantee you, when Ant-Man comes out, they're going to be like the best Marvel movie since Iron Man 3 or since like Winter Soldier.
No, a lot of people don't like Iron Man 2 and 3, man.
A lot of people do.
They're terribly rated.
A lot of people like Winter Soldier too.
Dude, Winter Soldier was really good. You don't think it was good?
I didn't think it was
That's
good.
wow. You know, people consider that one of the best Marvel movies to date.
It was better than Thor: Dark World.
And
It doesn't compare to the Avengers, though. The
I
Avengers
didn't
is
think
better.
Thor: Dark World was that bad. It's just not great. It's
not-
better than Iron Man 2 and 3. That's for sure.
That's all I have to say about this whole thing.
What about Hulk? I hate that movie too.
Well, those are movies that they kind of like own. There were two different Hulk movies.
The newest one, though?
Two different Hulk origin stories.
But the newest one is the one that carried continuity.
right,
for-
but Ang Lee's Hulk was totally like, they were like, fuck this. It doesn't exist.
I hated even the one with Edward Norton. I thought it was a terrible movie. They're having... You know what they're having before Age of Ultron?
They should have kept Edward Norton as Hulk.
Dude.
That
no.
kind of... Why not? As opposed to Mark fucking Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo's way better.
Why?
It's just... It feels natural. It feels more natural.
Oh, please, dude. Honestly,
Edward
if
Norton's
Edward...
trying to overact the
Dude,
Hulk.
if Edward Norton was the Hulk, you'd probably be like, it's cool. It's all good.
I'm not even a huge Hulk fan.
I'm not either. I'm just stating the fucking
I'm more of a
way it
She-Hulk.
is.
Like, She-Hulk is more my thing than Hulk. She-Hulk's
that's
fucking
such a
badass.
gross name.
She-Hulk?
It's gross.
She's awesome, though, man.
She-Hulk?
So they're having this thing at a lot of the movie theaters across the country where you can watch all the Marvel movies in order, nonstop, and it leads into Age of Ultron. How ripe do you think those theaters are going to be?
Like, how are you going to do that? You're going to watch, like, Hulk?
It's 29 hours of movies.
How can you do that? All day for 2 days? Or all day for one fucking full day?
29 hours worth of movies.
People are going to sleep at some point.
Well,
Someone's going to sleep through Iron Man 3.
people are going to shit themselves in there.
No, they're going to walk out. Walk out. They're all going to shit in the theater.
And no one's
going
to shower. Like, they're going to be all nasty in there.
I mean, if they're not really, like, working or doing anything that requires much physical activity, I doubt they're going to be very ripe.
No.
Unless you're, like, a really sweaty individual to begin with.
I guess.
I'm
definitely not going to do that. There's not.
I'm glad that you're not going to do that.
That sounds terrible. But I'm going to book us tickets, like pre-order tickets for Age of Ultron for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I'm down to see Age of Ultron. I'm sure it's going to be good. It's going to be
Yeah.
really good. I mean, they spent enough money on it to make it good.
I'm excited for the...
I've been watching movies a lot more critically lately, though, so I don't know. I'll definitely have something to say about it.
The next 2 weeks of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are going to start the tie-in to Age of Ultron as well, which is pretty cool. I think it's cool. Nope. Okay.
Nope.
So speaking of
nope.
bug-themed characters like Ant-Man, what did you think of Emily Kinney as Bug-Eyed Bandit? Did you get a chance to see that?
No, that's in Flash, right?
Yeah, the most recent episode.
Okay,
of
yeah,
Flash.
I didn't even know that Flash came back.
Yeah, it was back this week.
But I saw previews of her. What did you think of her? Was she good?
It's awesome. Like, she doesn't... It was perfect because they didn't have her, like... There was another kind of arc going on.
Wait,
during
she's
the
Bug-Eyed
same
Bandit?
Yeah. There was another arc going on during the same episode. So it wasn't too focused on her, which was I thought was good. And it just, like, it showed enough of her to be badass, and I thought it was well done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that Bug-Eyed... Hold up. Bear with me. I'm doing some research really quick.
Well, in the comics, it's a dude.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
And it's an Atom villain, I think? Or wait, is it an Atom villain?
Well, it's also a Batman villain, if I'm not mistaken.
No, wait. It's not Green Arrow.
Oh, you know what? I've seen Bug-Eyed Bandit before.
Yeah.
For sure. It's a Flash villain.
Is it a Flash villain?
He's a Flash villain.
Okay.
Or he's also... No, he's an Atom villain as well.
Yeah, I was pretty sure he was part of the Atom's Rogues.
But I think that he was like counted as one of the dumbest villains in the DC universe.
Well, I think that's why they didn't make her as silly of a character. It was like...
Oh, you know what? No, I'm lying. It was Killer Moth is
Oh, that's dumb.
He's a Batman villain, but he's counted as one of the dumbest villains in the DC universe, not Bug-Eyed Bandit.
They reworked the origin story of Bug-Eyed Bandit too, and kind of like introduced it to us over like 2 minutes. You know, it wasn't too much, but it was.
Flash does a really good job, man.
Yeah,
and so does Arrow.
They're both pretty
you
good.
and I had watched the most recent episode of Arrow, and you had sent me a message saying, "Dude, what did you tell me?"
God, no! You're gonna. Why
Tell
are you
me.
trying to get people to hate on me?
No, why would they hate on you?
Because that's how
listen,
shit is right now.
Listen,
man.
well then say it. Why are you afraid to say what's real?
Okay. This is just how I feel, but
But hey, I tend to agree with this statement.
The most recent episode of Arrow, which is also one of the highest rated episodes of Arrow in the series' history.
Really?
Yeah. I thought was better than any of the Daredevil episodes out of the first season.
And I agree with you.
Except maybe it was maybe on par with the finale for Daredevil, which
Don't
I
think
thought
so.
was okay.
I thought that the Daredevil finale was really fucking good, but so much more happened in this Arrow episode. Like, I was like, holy shit, man. Like, there were a couple of times... Like, Arrow is one of those shows... Daredevil never once made me do this, but Arrow is one of those shows that makes me, like, scream at, like, the television remote. I go, like, oh, shit! Like, I can't believe that shit just happened right now.
Yeah.
You know, I couldn't believe that...
I also think I'm more invested than Green Arrow as a character than I am as Daredevil.
You're more invested in Green Arrow?
I've never been a huge Daredevil fan.
I like Daredevil. I feel like they made it too like realistic too, and like Kingpin should have fucked more shit up. Like there should have been more destruction.
I feel like Daredevil gets the same level of love from the Marvel community as Deadpool. Like it's surprising to me because
Deadpool should be getting more though, because Deadpool's way more destructive and way crazier.
But I think a lot of the other Marvel characters are way cooler than Daredevil.
Like Spider-Man?
I mean, Spider-Man just for one, but there's a lot of other characters that are way cooler.
I mean, as far as Marvel goes, I love the X-Men.
Yeah.
Like, all the X-Men characters are fucking badass. There's not one that I really hate on, because, I don't know, I just feel like the X-Men have more depth to them. But I guess the whole reason for things being the way that they are is all because of legalities and rights, and that's why they were like, okay, well, we're going to have Iron Man because we don't have the rights to the X-Men and whatnot. And Iron Man is a part of the Avengers, for sure.
Well, and now Marvel is like, we're going to fucking bury X-Men in the dirt. So
that they get the rights back to it.
Yeah.
They're going to revamp it, so we'll see another X-Men origin story. It'll probably be 10 years down the line. But who was it that said, Jay Oliva was talking about this, and I mean, Jay Oliva is obviously a huge comic book fan, and he's not just dedicated to DC, he just directs DC Comics films.
Yeah.
But he was talking about how, Iron Man was like a B- character for Marvel until Marvel Cinema, or what is it, Marvel
until
Cinematic...
Robert Downey Jr., basically.
Right, until Robert Downey Jr., until the MCU came along and they were like, okay, we're going to make this a $200 million movie. Yeah. And when you put $200 million into anything, it's going to be gigantic.
Awesome. Yeah.
So now Marvel, and especially if it's a superhero, so now Iron Man is one of Marvel's like flagstaff characters.
Well, okay, and just to backtrack for a
flagship
second,
characters, rather. I'm sorry.
You can put $200 million into something and still make a turd. I mean, just look at the second and third Matrix movies, for example.
There are a lot of people that still liked those movies.
I can watch them for entertainment.
You know what, man? And as far as those movies go, I liked the second one, but the third one I couldn't stand.
The third one is definitely the worst.
The second one was like the first. It was like the first Matrix, but they kind of overdid it.
I feel
the
like
first one had such a compelling story.
everyone loved the story from the first Matrix, and then
I didn't hate the second one,
they
though.
probably had that idea. They definitely knew where the story was going the whole time, and it's just that's how they saw it happening in terms of the movies, and people just they weren't going.
We're talking about the fucking Wachowskis, first of all. They like to go off on like crazy tangents. But they had those like 2 albino twins, and then there was like the
they're awesome.
They were badass, and then there was the dude who was like ordering them around or whatever. I forgot his name.
The Merovingian.
Merovingian. It's crazy that you remember that.
The Frenchman.
And then his wife was like super hot, and I don't know. It was cool.
Yeah.
And that was where we got to see Neo really like come out of his shell and be badass, like be more of a superhero.
Yeah.
And that was cool. I was into that, but the third Matrix was like all about reality, and that was like super lame. I just wasn't into that. I don't know.
It was all about the war, the actual war going on Zion.
It was lame.
Yeah.
I have watched, and have you watched Cloud Atlas?
No, I haven't. And I've heard, okay, apparently that movie is only amazing if you watch like the 4-hour cut they have of it.
Well, the actual movie is like fucking 2.5 hours long.
Apparently, they have a version that's 4 hours long.
I watched the 2.5 hour version, and I thought it was really cool. Like,
When I saw the trailers for that,
it was touching. I thought it was good.
It looked really good. Like it looked like a solid movie, but it's being touted as the reason why they're never going to give those people the Wachowski brothers money to make a film like that ever again.
Yeah. Well, I think it takes like a certain. I think that you would actually enjoy it.
I think I would too.
It takes someone that's really got an imagination to watch it and like have patience to sit down and watch something for 2.5 hours to really enjoy it. But like, I don't need to watch the 4-hour cut. I might watch it in the future, but I thought the 2.5 hours was good enough. I thought that it was. I watched it with a date. And that was like one of the worst possible. Like, it's definitely not a date movie. It's like one of the other mistakes that I've made a fucking laundry list of mistakes in my dating life. So I've taken I took like one of my ex-girlfriends to watch Lord of the Rings, or not? No, it was The Hobbit, the first Hobbit movie, which is the slowest Hobbit movie.
The worst Hobbit movie by far.
Dude, the first like hour is like just straight up exposition, and there's like dwarves singing for 30 minutes. And my girlfriend at the time was like, "Take me home. I'm so fucking tired. I've been like, I don't want to be on like a date today." And I was like,
well,
no.
I could imagine like,
we're gonna watch this shit right now.
Did you see Return of the King?
I loved it. I loved it.
Towards the end, though, my ass hurt so bad because it's like a 3-hour movie, and then it goes to widescreen, and we're like, oh, thank God the movie's over.
And it's not over.
And it's not over. It's not fucking over. They did that like 4 times.
Dude, Return of the King is a fucking badass movie, though.
The entire
I would love to
trilogy
watch
is
the.
badass.
I might actually just do that. Just watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy again, just because it's so good. I don't know.
I'm sad we never fully like beat Shadow of Mordor.
But that game was like kind of one dimensional. It wasn't like Lord of the Rings the game. Like, imagine if there was like, if they really fleshed that out and it was awesome. Like,
the best
you could
Lord
play
of
as
the
different
Rings
characters.
game I played was the Two Towers on PS2. That game was fucking amazing. Like, you would do the Battle of Helm's Deep and like all sorts of other crazy stuff. It was awesome.
But things weren't like as nearly as advanced as they are these days as far as video games
remember
go.
loving
They should
that
redo
game.
those games.
Since
be a
we're
lot of
talking
money,
about
though,
the
but-
Matrix, one of my favorite games ever was Enter the Matrix
I never played it.
for PlayStation 2. Like, you could slow time and shit. It was so awesome.
Well, like Neo does.
Well, no, you played as Niobe and Ghost. Was that the guy's name? Ghost?
You never played as Neo.
No. It was awesome, though, man. Trust me. It was fucking awesome.
That's too bad, man. I would like to see. They should do like it's like, man. They did those games just to fucking make money and they were like, let's rush this out so that we can get it out like while the movies are still hot.
Yeah.
Like they should like redo like a Fellowship of the Ring game and make it fucking way more in depth than the movie. Make it like a 24-hour-long game, or like,
I think that kind of deters people, and it kind
Why?
of deters me too, because if I'm like,
I would play the shit out of that.
I would be more happy with them coming up with something new. I think that's why, Shadow of Mordor won a couple
It's
Game of the
Tolkien's
Year
work, dude.
I don't mean something new entirely, but like at somewhere else in the story. You know what I'm saying?
But look, if they just took a different approach to it, like if you played as different characters and told the story a little bit differently, and there are parts of the story that were left out in the films. Like you could play as Gandalf in some parts, and like you're doing some different things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I feel like those games only allowed you to. They were kind of like limited in their ability to keep you. Because those movies are sorry. When did that movie come out? When did Fellowship of the Ring come out?
2004.
Really? It was 2004.
That's my guess. Here, let's see.
It was around. I'm not.
Return.
I think it was around that time.
Of the King.
No, Fellowship of the Ring, dude. 2001 is when Fellowship of the Ring came out. Okay. So that's over 10 years ago.
Yeah, and then Return of the King. Okay, there was one movie each year, the same way they did The Hobbit. 2001 was Fellowship, 2002 was Two Towers, 2003 was Return of the King.
And in Fellowship of the Ring, the game came out in 2002. Like, think about all of the difference that they could make putting it out, like, putting another game out like that, like, over 15 years later.
Yeah.
15 fucking years almost. That's crazy. It's 13 years, almost 14 years. But, dude, I mean, they could make a way better Lord of the Rings game and just start with Fellowship of the Ring and then move on to the rest of the parts, Yeah. And then the Hobbit game would come out like 9 years after that, and it would just be amazing.
Yeah. I don't think anyone, like... The problem is getting someone to fund a game like that.
Dude, I mean, I'm sure it wouldn't even be that difficult. Gaming is amazing these days. It's way better than it used to be.
Look at who made Shadow of Mordor, though. It was Warner Bros. Game Studios, and that's like the first licensed Lord of the Rings video game since 2004? Or, no, wait. There was a game called War in the North that was like from 2012, I think, for Xbox 360 and PS3.
It had to be... Like, from 2012, right?
Yeah. It's called Lord of the Rings War in the North.
Sounds like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're just totally ripping off Game of Thrones now.
Wow.
They're like, there's White Walkers.
The Return of the King game came out in 2003.
Yeah.
So that just kind of goes to... 2002 was Fellowship of the Ring. So Two Towers was right in between that. It must have also been 2002 or early 2003. But that just goes to show how quickly they were pushed to get these games out. And if they really took their time on it, and they were like, really... Like, think of it like GTA 5. Like, think about the amount of time they put into, like... If they put that amount of work and effort and care into one of these games, they could make, like, an amazing role-playing action game.
Okay, wait. First off, those games were awesome already. I played all of them. They were really good. And
they could be better.
No, I thought it was better that they came out when they did, rather than like 2 years later when the Xbox 360 came out and the PS3, because like the first generation of games for both those consoles were kind of shitty.
Like, I agree.
Yeah, and it was better that those games came out on PS2, because PS2 was already an established console by that point.
I mean, to be honest, though,
make games for that.
To be honest, if they started work on this in the next year, it would probably be ready by the time the next PS is out. Like for the next generation.
It's going to be at least 5 years before we get another.
Well, then it would be on the very end of the PS4.
Yeah.
And I mean that would be a really good game. Why would people say... I couldn't imagine people saying no to that idea. Like, I mean, you get to be Bilbo, you get to be Gandalf again, but it's the next level. It's like Shadow of Mordor, but actually even better than Shadow of Mordor.
I don't think it should be anything like Shadow of Mordor.
I liked Shadow of Mordor.
But it's a different... The Shadow of Mordor experience is very similar to what you get playing Assassin's Creed, but with a Lord of the Rings skin on it almost.
I feel like that, like if they did if there's not as much of a story to Shadow of Mordor as there is to Lord of the Rings. So it would have to be more driven, like more story driven. Like you'd have to go this way. Like there would have to be some sort of direction or a map or something like this is where you need to go.
It wouldn't be as open world, that's for sure.
Not as open world, but it could still be kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like there could be like other villages or something that you could go to or whatever, but you have to go on your way to this other thing.
You have to do like the main story.
But imagine like you get to this one. I mean, you complete this one thing with Frodo, and then it like switches over to like Gandalf, and you've got to complete his part of the story, you know. And there's like all this shit that's going on like these different. I don't think that would be really cool, man. Come on,
with it.
I'm like,
I'm with
it's funny that we spent like 10, 15 minutes talking about this. I'm like trying to sell you on this idea.
Yeah, I don't have $20 million, $50 million to make a game.
Well, what the fuck am I here for? Why?
Well, let's talk about this. You know how we talked about that Mad Max Fury Road was going to feature the trailer to Batman vs Superman?
It's too late. It already happened.
Well, okay.
Wait, is it going to be the full trailer? Because we've only seen the teaser.
This is a full trailer. You haven't seen the full trailer? That's like 2.5 minutes?
It says official teaser trailer.
It's 2.5 minutes long. Have you seen that?
Yeah, but the official trailer I feel is going to be like 4 minutes long.
Maybe.
Like,
But,
dude, they're trying to make this into like an epic.
You know what, dude? I think
I've seen this,
someone
to answer your question,
in South America filmed this trailer. They filmed it with a camera. Like before another movie, and uploaded it online, which I don't think they expected, which prompted them to release this, which tells me it's the same one they were going to show at Mad Max Fury Road.
Honestly, I feel like they were going to do this anyway, and it was just like a thing that they were planning. They were like, "Hey, it's going to be released on this date. It's released sooner."
Someone leaked it. Oh no, it was leaked.
It's all about hype. And
Batman
they've definitely got
Superman trailer leaked. Oh no!
Let's be honest. They've definitely got people like us working for them that are like, no, we got to release it today. Let's get this going, and then they get it out on social media because you and I are like hardcore Redditors. So they get that shit out, and and people are like, oh my god, it's like I can't believe someone leaked it or whatever. Yeah. It was probably someone sitting in a Hollywood theater, like recording it with a video camera.
No, it was in Spanish, dude. The leaked one was in Spanish.
Dude, then they're like, let's play the Spanish version in the Hollywood theater. Let's make it easy. Why would they outsource it to fucking Brazil or some bullshit like that, or Mexico or whatever? Like, they probably got like, let's play the Spanish version. We have it here in Hollywood, and let's just fucking leak it, and then we're gonna have to leak the whole thing. It's all about social media hype.
Yeah.
Anyway, here we go.
It looks really good. Like Batman looks scary.
The Batman voice sounds great,
dude. When I saw Ben Affleck in the suit, I was scared.
This is totally. That's Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
He sounds like a bitch. You hear Lex Luthor a few times. You'll hear him again.
Human beings have a horrible track record of following people with great power.
And absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Chaos. Maybe he's just a guy trying to.
That's him again.
They know better now, don't. Devils don't come from.
That's him.
They come from the sky.
The world has been so caught up with what he can do that no one has
I don't know about Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor.
This looks really good.
And two uses it's like false god.
That's how it starts.
It's like
that's Jeremy Irons, totally. Like,
Fever. The rage.
dude, I'm excited to see Affleck in this role.
Well, the thing that I'm excited about is Ben Affleck really loves Batman,
Yeah.
and he's a huge comic book fan because he's best friends with Kevin Smith.
Look at this this image they show right now. After this, Batman looks so like towering and scary. I was like, what the
Where
fuck?
he's right here?
Yeah, like right there. That looks way scarier than Christian Bale Batman. I was like, what the fuck?
I don't think so.
Tell me. Do you bleed?
That's a great Batman voice too.
You will.
You will. But if this whole movie is about Batman and Superman fighting each other, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Like, this is not like, I mean, so there are pieces that I see from Frank Miller's Batman Return or The Dark Knight Returns. There are pieces that I see from Superman Red Son. But there needs to be some other aspect to it. Like, I want to see Batman and Superman fighting together, because if there's an entire movie about them fighting each other and it establishes them as like enemies of each other, that's not the DC continuity.
Well, okay, the movie is called Dawn of Justice, so it's obvious that they're
going to come together at some point.
And the Justice League is going to be born in this movie, I think.
Hopefully. And you know what? If they're smart, they didn't reveal too much in that trailer.
They didn't. We have a long time to go before this fucking movie. I'm glad they didn't reveal too much because it would be bad.
I want to see. I mean, we're going to see Wonder Woman. We're going
Woman?
to see Aquaman.
Exactly.
We're going to see Cyborg and the Flash. Are we going to see the Flash?
And then all you're missing is Green Lantern.
They haven't even cast Green Lantern yet, though.
Well, we've talked.
So
about
we're not
this.
going to see Green Lantern in the film.
We've talked about this. We may see Green Lantern. They may be hiding the casting, which may be that Dan Ambroyer guy listed as drone pilot.
Green Lantern needs to be a fucking awesome actor. To be Hal Jordan, man.
I guess. Yeah.
You don't think so? Hal Jordan is like the flagship Green Lantern character, man.
But this is okay. I don't think it's fair to say that only some super high paid actor can do it. Like, you know, it could. This guy.
Well, the guy's got to really do it justice, though.
Yeah, he could be really perfect for the role, and we just have no clue. You know, no, don't look at that. Don't say anything about that.
I can't even see what it is.
It's old. We talked about it already.
The car like flipped over. It's all that he like pulled over. What was that anyway?
That was a photo from the set of Deadpool.
Oh, we talked about that last week.
No, we talked about that at the beginning of the episode.
Wait, was that the hit and run?
No! They just found a picture of a car like that.
And they talked about it on the hit and run?
Okay, wait. We have to look at this now just because you did this. God damn it.
What is this? Chrome help? Wait, what happened here?
This is just a picture from the set, man. Look,
But
there's
is
Deadpool
this an article where I can't see Deadpool?
Oh my god.
All I see is moviepilot.com.
There's Deadpool there.
I thought it was like a bald dude in a huge orange suit.
Okay.
There have been some new additions to Suicide Squad as well. I don't know if you heard about that.
In the comics?
No, in the
movie.
comics, I was incorrect when I talked about this earlier in the comics. So the current Suicide Squad is Clayface, Black Hand, and Poison Ivy and Cheetah, and then there's also Sergeant Rick. What's his name? The Sergeant.
The Sergeant?
Or what's his name from the guy who's God damn it, he's the. Who's gonna play him in Suicide Squad? He's a military dude. He's not an enemy.
Steve Trevor?
Steve Trevor.
Wonder Woman.
Colonel Steve Trevor? Is that his name?
He's in charge of Argus, though, not Suicide Squad.
No, but he helps the Suicide Squad with some missions.
Yeah, because he's worked with Amanda Waller before. That's why.
So I think that it's him and those four in the current Suicide Squad. And also, I don't know if you saw that. It was we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
I don't know. Did you plan on talking about that?
About what?
The cover variants?
Oh, no.
You didn't plan on talking about that? Okay, then I'll mention it right now. So there's like a bunch of Teen Titans Go cover variants for July for DC Comics. And one of them for the Suicide Squad features Black Hand and Cheetah and Poison Ivy, as well as like I think it's like Teen Titans Go Robin or something like that, going like you know.
Some of the ones I really liked were the Sinestro one.
That one was great.
The actual Teen Titans one.
That one was good.
Yeah, Bunker was in it, and the new version of Raven. It looked awesome.
I don't remember. Wait, actually, wasn't that a bunch of Robins?
No, the Teen Titans one.
Yeah.
No, it was Red Robin. Robin wasn't even in it.
Really?
Yeah, because Red.
Oh yeah. Okay, and they were all around a TV set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh yes, dude. These are awesome. So that's the Justice League cover. This is Batman and Superman right here, which is cool because if you scroll up, look at Batman's suit. I love that he has a Watchman thing, a Watchman button on his suit, and
That's
Green
awesome.
Lantern, and then another sticker that says "Nana Nana."
What is this one?
Catwoman.
Oh, okay. That's dope.
These are all really well made. Superman right here, and he's got every Superman suit from the beginning of time. Right there. This is Gotham. Gotham by Midnight, right?
I haven't read any of that.
I haven't either.
Heard it's really good though.
Have you really?
Yeah.
And this is okay. So obviously, this is Grayson. I think we've got Dick Grayson right there.
Like it might be Batman Inc.
That's Grayson number 10.
Oh, okay.
And we got Justice League.
Nice.
I like that one. Okay, this is the Suicide Squad right here. So we've got Black Hand, Cheetah, And there's Beast Boy, Cyborg, Starfire, Raven, Robin, all checking out Black Hand, Cheetah, Poison Ivy, and Clayface in the back.
That's awesome.
This is the Flash. And that's Beast Boy saying he's not Gorilla Grodd.
Yeah.
This is... What is this one? Gotham Academy.
I've never heard of that.
I haven't... Yeah, me neither.
Why is Raven in it?
They're all Teen Titans.
This is Teen
themed.
Titans. So there's Red
Where's
Robin.
Bunker?
Bunker's at the bottom right.
In the purple?
Yeah.
Okay, and
then
that's
Raven
is Beast Boy in it too?
This is Raven.
That's Raven? Mm-hmm. Why is she blue?
She's blue in the new comics, and she wears like this feather headdress. You can't see her eyes.
Okay, and who is the other girl?
This is not Solstice, but Skitter. I'm pretty sure it's Skitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's Beast Boy, right?
Yeah, but Beast Boy's red in the comics now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's red instead of green.
That's weird. I love this one. This one's like one of my
Action
favorites.
Comics?
Yeah, and it's Superman and Doomsday like drinking shakes together. I took a good long look at that one. This is Deathstroke's cover.
Awesome.
That's really cool, right?
Yeah.
Green Arrow, of course. And he's got all the Titans as arrows. It's got to be Wonder Woman. Yeah, that is Wonder Woman with Cheetah and I don't know who that is, Cersei or maybe. Oh, okay, this one's great.
Batman.
Yeah, and look at all the villains in the back. Like, let's point out all the villains really quick. So there's Poison Ivy on the left, right? Mr. Freeze. The Joker's directly behind Batman and in between Gordon. There's Two-Face and then Scarecrow. Bane is like picking on Clayface.
Yeah.
And then we have the Riddler next to Bane. To the right of the Riddler, I don't know who that is, but then we have Ra's al Ghul in the very back and Catwoman.
Oh, it might be Dollmaker.
Oh, it could be, yeah.
Yeah. You know what's crazy?
It's really well made, though. I like that cover a lot.
Dollmaker in Gotham is so terrible.
They didn't do him justice?
Okay, so you know Dollmaker from the comics, right?
I like Dollmaker and Arrow.
Yeah, Dollmaker, but that's a different, like a reimagining of him, but a fucking damn good one, you know?
Yeah.
And in Gotham, it's kind of dumb.
Really? Why?
Didn't you say you were going to catch up on Gotham?
Haven't yet.
Okay, but when you do, you'll
when
know
I
what
do, I'm
going to
be like, it's just because like when I watch Gotham, I'm like, that's my feeling when I watch a lot of the episodes, just because I'm such a huge DC fan. But
it's not very good. It's okay.
Let's
It's
keep going on
watchable
these.
for me.
Harley Quinn, I love this cover.
Yeah.
She's
awesome.
reading the comic upside down. Here's the Sinestro cover. Yep. What is he painting over though?
I don't know. This is
something else. Scroll down.
Is it Animal Man, maybe?
Secret 6.
Oh, don't know what that is. Aquaman?
Yeah, Aquaman, and Robin's about to eat a tuna sandwich.
He's like,
And
no!
Aquaman's like, no, don't eat that! This is
Batman Inc., maybe?
Detective Comics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, this is what I was thinking of. But there's all of these different Robins. And we've obviously got Stephanie in the very front with the green glasses.
Right here?
No, with the green glasses.
Oh, right here.
That's Stephanie, yeah.
And then right here is Jason Todd as Red Hood.
Totally. Which one's Damien, do you think? Right there with the hood, I think.
Yeah, Damien has the hood.
And that's probably Dick, like, hanging in the very front, because Dick is he's the best Robin.
And this is Barbara. Is that Batgirl?
No, it's
Red Robin.
That's Red Robin, okay.
It looks like Red Robin.
There's a bunch of different Robins. Can you scroll
down?
Wait, okay, so we have the Joker on top, and then we have, like, some dead Robin hanging over Batman's head.
That's probably just Robin with Joker toxin.
Oh, maybe. But okay, so wait, we've got a dead Robin right there, though, on Batman's head.
Right here?
No, up on his forehead.
Oh, right here.
He's like Skull and Bones. And if you guys want to check out what we're watching, just tune into youtube.com/MacroRecordsTV.
What's this?
This is Justice League, JLA. Green Lantern, I'm sorry. Yep, Green Lantern. So we've got Hal up there. And wait, scroll up. If you scroll up, so Raven's part of the Sinestro Corps. Do you see that?
I mean, that makes sense.
Kind of, yeah. And she's like, hey, guys. All of these are so true to the Teen Titans Go, like, kind of idea, which I really like. And this is Superman Wonder Woman.
That's awesome.
And Cyborg wants to eat all of the ice cream. These are really good variant comics, and I'm always surprised by DC and their awesome variant comics. I've been reading a Green Lantern Corps lately, and they had some really awesome they were like robot chicken.
They love to do
variants?
robot chicken variants. I've seen probably 20 or 30 of them.
They were, and also a Mad TV variant with Sinestro as the Mad TV guy, or not Mad TV, but Mad guy.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Mad Comics.
and I showed you the one where Trigon is the mad guy.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But the weird thing that I never really knew, and this might come as a fact to some of you guys at home, is that Mad Comics is also owned by DC.
Wow.
So
wait, did we talk about that?
You and I were just looking at that one
okay.
day, and we were like, "Whoa, that's crazy."
Yeah.
We never really realized that. Anyway,
So-
moving on to some other stuff besides DC.
This week, Thursday marked the start of the largest Star Wars celebration ever. Like it
It was just Star Wars Celebration. It's in Anaheim, right?
They've had it before. They've had Star Wars Celebration Europe. I think the last one they had here was not in Anaheim, if I remember correctly. But this year it's bigger and better than it's ever been before. It was really crazy to see. I watched some of the live stream, which was on the Star Wars YouTube channel, and I caught the first glimpse of the trailer, so I knew we had to talk about that. Here we go.
It was a huge deal, though.
Yeah.
The last Star Wars Celebration was held in Orlando, Florida,
Yeah.
which is also a Disney capital. Darth Vader.
My father has it.
Darth.
I have it.
Very clearly Mark Hamill.
My sister has it.
I have no doubts that this film is going to be awesome. They understand the gravity of the situation and that people have some really, really high hopes for this movie.
Yeah.
I'll go see this. When does this come out?
This Christmas.
Chewie.
That was the Silver Stormfighter that you were talking about.
No.
Stormtrooper.
It wasn't.
That wasn't it?
That was a TIE fighter pilot.
I thought that was who you were talking about.
Nope. We'll scrub back right now and take a look at it. But overall, that looks fucking amazing. I'm excited. So the Stormtrooper I'm talking about, which is rumored to be played by Gwendolyn Christie, Brienne of Tarth from Game of Thrones.
Force is strong in
Let's
my
see,
family.
where is it?
My sister has it. You have that power too.
It's a silver. I only saw one Silver Stormtrooper.
No, wait for it. This one.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
The guy in the TIE fighter, it might be the same person.
Right there?
Yeah. But you clearly see their suit a lot different in the earlier shot.
Chewie, we're home.
Yes.
Harrison
Oh, God.
Ford looks all like senile.
That's the first time I've seen him like with a happy face on in a long time.
He's not happy.
No, he's probably pissed off.
He's like ridden with anxiety.
Oh, man. But
I'm excited for Star Wars, though, The Force Awakens.
Me too.
It's going to be good.
I'm really excited. So, tonight is the second episode of Season 5 of Game of Thrones.
Right, and there are so many available for me at my disposal right now. Because
Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I've been thinking about just watching all of them.
I had the urge after the first episode aired, and I realized half of the stuff was already in the trailers. But
I've been
no,
thinking
but-
about. I
but
thought
whatever.
about just like watching all of them.
No, I'm gonna
Just
wait.
consuming all of them, dude.
I shall wait. Okay, there might be a couple
man.
spoilers for the first episode of Season 5.
Sansa looks pregnant.
Not
something.
what? Okay, man. What the fuck?
She
looks badass in the first episode. She
doesn't look badass. She looks like depressed. Pale.
She looks strong now, man. She looks like
depressed and pale.
What are you talking about? She looks
old.
She looks a lot stronger than she did last season, and she seems like confident now.
She's wearing fucking straight up black, like all black.
That's a change, man.
That's a total change.
She was normally wearing like silver shit or
But
brown.
don't you think that that's a change in the character itself?
Well, I think it shows that
costumes,
she's becoming a little. She's experienced a lot of darkness in her life, man.
She might be a darker character now,
which is cool. But
She might fuck some shit up.
With that, I feel she's going to become a stronger character.
She might not be a good character anymore. Like, having dealt with all of the nasty shit that she's dealt with, she might be bad now.
Well, and as close as she's getting to Littlefinger, it's sketchy.
I hate his name, Littlefinger.
We'll call him Lord Baelish.
And then there was that point
Peter.
in the which I like. The latest episode, or the first episode of Game of Thrones was really good.
Thrones?
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, okay.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. I liked it.
And there was a Tyrion and what's his name, Varys, and he was like Varys the spider.
He's
He's like Tyrion.
He's like Unix, the spider, or the master of whisperers. That's what he calls him.
And he's like, and what he was like the halfling or something.
Half
like
man,
that. Half
imp.
man, imp. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. The first episode, like you said, there was a lot in the trailer that revealed only from the first episode. So that makes me happy because we have like 10 or 11 more episodes.
9 more episodes to go.
9. There's only 10 episodes.
A season.
So 9 more episodes of stuff that we haven't seen.
You know that shot from the trailers where they're dragging the statue down off of Marine?
Yes.
Off of the pyramid?
Right.
When I saw that shot in the trailer, I felt like there was going to be more to it than that, but literally in the first episode, they're tearing down the statue, and it was like
not a big deal.
Yeah, there was literally no oomph behind that, and I was like, oh, well, okay.
I expect when that was happening in the episode, I expected someone to get crushed.
Well, I expected there to be more behind it than they're just taking down the statue.
They did. One of the eunuchs got his throat cut though
by one of those people in the mask,
right? Yeah,
which they're like a dangerous
and that's going to be like a
group
big thing now
this season. Yeah,
right. That kind of makes me feel like it's the same. Like I feel like this show has a lot on par with Walking Dead because Walking Dead's like bringing up those what were they the wolves or whatever.
Yeah.
What
the
are
wolves.
What they're the wolves, right? And what do they have on their forehead or something like that?
A W.
A W. Yeah. Okay. And they're like, yeah, those are they're to be feared. So these people with the masks are kind of to be feared as well.
Well, okay. They talk about it a little bit in the episode. Apparently, they're just a group of people who are upset with the new way of life. You know.
In Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they're upset with Daenerys' rule over Marine, basically.
But Daenerys is going to triumph. We already know that.
I thought it was a really strong moment too when Missandei has to ask Grey Worm like why would an Unsullied visit a brothel because that's
they're like kind of dating too.
Well, no,
they're like there's like some romantic weird shit between them.
He just wanted to be held, man. Like he was craving physical contact.
Well, as are they all.
Yeah,
but there's kind of some romantic thing between them.
Oh, between Missandei and Grey Worm.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, of course. That's been going on since last season.
Yeah, totally.
When he saw her totally naked.
Yeah, totally. But he's like not. He's like, I mean, but there's there's interest, but not. It can never be like fulfilled.
Well,
I mean,
God,
but
obviously.
Well, no, I mean, but that's like interesting. I watched so they also do, what is it? Post episode like reviews on Reddit with I think it's the same guy that does
discussion threads.
Right. Well, no, not discussion threads. No, these are just like screenshots with text over them.
Oh, just like a post to the subreddit with something from the episode.
With 90 different screenshots. And there's like text over them where they're like, and they're pretty fucking sarcastic and like, like you're reading over them, but it'll like spoil the whole episode for you. It's good to like read through those after you've watched it though, but it's someone like watching it going like, yeah, okay, what the fuck? I think it's the same guy that does it for The Flash too.
Probably.
I don't know, but it's really well done. And one of the things that they talked about was like, one of the Unsullied laying with one of these prostitutes, just wanting to be held or whatever. And he's like, "Oh, sorry, I have to cut your throat right now. Well, my bad. Forgot that was like part of the situation."
Yeah,
but it was pretty intense for me. Nothing too intense from that first episode.
It was sad to see Mance Rayder die.
I wasn't too sad.
I mean, he
didn't really care.
Well, he wasn't.
Jon Snow shot an arrow into his stomach, which didn't help him at all. Like, it
I
just,
think you're exaggerating that a little.
Caused
too
him
much,
more pain, if anything.
No, he put him out of his misery, man, because he had he had lots of respect for that guy.
He shot an arrow at him, and after he shot the arrow into Mance Rayder was like, "Ugh."
No, dude, that's not what. Were you even paying attention?
He didn't die instantly.
He died instantly.
No.
Yes, he did.
He was like, like looking down at the arrow.
No,
totally missed his heart.
You totally imagined that.
No,
what the fuck,
dude?
No wonder you can. Oh my god,
I didn't imagine those things.
That did not happen like that.
It happened.
Jon put an arrow in him, and he died instantly.
No.
Yes.
You're talking about Jon Snow, right? Or Jon Snow?
See, Jon Snow.
I posted something. I posted something to Facebook, which wasn't I didn't get a very good response. But I was like, Jon Snow, he knows nada. I thought it was funny. I don't know. But then again, that many people might not be fans of mine that are Game of Thrones fans as well.
Yeah.
So who knows?
So I'm excited for the next.
We haven't seen any of Arya either.
No, that makes me sad. Too,
and we won't see any of Bran this entire season. Apparently. They're waiting for him to get older.
Well, he's training, probably. He's training with, the wise master, the three-eyed raven dude.
They're waiting for him to get older, and buffer.
He's like, I'm not going to walk again.
When he comes back, he's going to be, jacked from the... He's going to be like a bodybuilder.
He's going to be flying. He's going to be whee! Just...
That's bullshit.
Doing fanciful flying.
So on the talks of HBO shows, there's another HBO show that just renewed, and we just watched the
first episode of season 2,
Silicon Valley, and I thought that this was amazing.
It was really good.
His nucleus is better than Pied Piper. I need serious.
I kind of. It's hard to watch the show because I binged the first season, right? So not binging is driving me crazy with the show.
But yeah, I kind of agree with you. But this second, and honestly, I haven't seen none of that's from the first episode.
This is the trailer for the whole season.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna try to not pay any attention to it then because I don't want to know. But the first episode, all that I'll say is there was it was so jam-packed with jokes, and they went fucking balls to the wall with the jokes too. I laughed, I actually cackled watching the first episode of season 2, and I hadn't done that with any of the episodes of the first season. The first season was more interesting for me, and seeing these guys kind of get to that point. The second season they went no holds barred with the jokes.
Yeah,
it
was really funny,
and it wasn't just dick and balls jokes too. I mean, there was some really truly funny shit going on.
Yeah.
So you guys will be listening to this on Monday, but tonight we'll be watching the second episode. I'm really excited for this. I feel like this is a show that could go on for a few seasons, and they could make it really good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's already pretty good, so wherever they go from here can only be good. I don't think it'll get fucked.
Well, what was it? Okay, so spoiler alert, but what was it that you said? You were like that... So Peter, or what's his name, is dead?
Peter Gregory.
Peter Gregory's dead. And the woman that takes his place says Peter Gregory is dead 6 fucking times.
She's like...
I know.
Peter Gregory is dead.
dead.
She takes off her glasses. Peter Gregory.
It gets more intense each time, but she is even more socially awkward than Peter Gregory. And the whole Peter Gregory dying thing was kind of unexpected too.
I mean,
I'm kind of glad it happened though.
I love this show, and I love the characters. All the characters are really, really cool.
The writing for this show is fantastic.
It's on point, yeah.
The cinematography is whatever. It's good, but it's an HBO show. I mean, it's no Game of Thrones as far as that goes. But the writing for this show keeps you invested, and it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones keeps you invested because it's fucking Game of Thrones. And after you've watched, when you're on what is it, the 5th season that we're on now, or 4th season?
5th season.
Yeah, so we're on the 5th season of Game of Thrones now, and I mean, you're going to continue watching that because you've already watched 4 seasons of it. So you know what? You couldn't just jump in on the 5th season and be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's my point of view at least.
No, you can't. You definitely, if you watch Game of Thrones and you and you wanted to watch it, you should definitely start from the beginning.
So Game of Thrones and Walking Dead have been around for the same time.
Yeah, about I think Walking Dead is a little older.
Younger.
No.
Really?
It's older because they air more episodes each year.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So they get more episodes. Like, they get their content out.
It's older by
faster
like
than
6 months, though.
Yeah, something like that.
But they have more episodes for sure.
I remember when I first watched The Walking Dead, and it was just those 6 episodes. I had watched it after the season finished, and it was only 6 episodes, and I was so confused by that.
The first season of Walking Dead is kind of a meh. It's good, but it's not like it's not anywhere close to where we're at now.
Well, I thought the first season had since it was only 6 episodes, it had a lot go on in those 6 episodes. Like from the the world being alright to the zombie apocalypse to what goes down at the CDC.
Right.
Quite a lot happens in those very first 6 episodes.
The first and second seasons, though, are still it's still very much a zombie cliche kind of show.
Yeah.
Like people are dying, and like no one's strong. Like how do we get through this?
Well, like we've talked about, it's exciting to see season 5 how
Everyone is like
everyone who's left is hardcore.
yeah, they're all they can all fight their way through shit.
Except for the people in Alexandria.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, like that's the kind of the problem, and we'll see what
Yeah.
happens in season 6. But I mean, even Glenn, who started out as like a kind of a weakling, like I don't know what's gonna happen. You didn't really know if Glenn was gonna make it. Glenn fucking proves his own. He took a bullet and fought a guy.
Well, I think the moment when people really realized what a badass Glenn was is when Merle put that walker in the room with him when Glenn was chained to the chair. This is before
This is when the governor was like a thing,
first
right?
introduced. When
Right.
the governor was first introduced, and Merle put the walker in there. The walker could have easily killed anyone else, but like Glenn gets out of the chair and beats the walker to death with his hands.
Yeah.
It's hardcore, and you realize, he's a survivor.
I saw a meme recently where it was Carol and Andrea and I think Lori, and they were talking about, and Andrea was like, "I miss my vibrator,"
Yeah.
and that was I think from
That's from
season 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's weird to think that Carol was definitely the weakest of all of those links, and Carol is the one who is the strongest now. Like she
Yeah.
survived. Lori was stupid. They did really well to get us all to hate Lori. Like we were, all of us
She
were like,
was
"Fuck
looking
Lori,
for
man."
redemption at the end, though. Like she wanted. I
I
think
was so tired of Lori, dude. And Andrea made me sad when she died.
I started caring about Lori more once Shane died, because that was the
Fuck
whole
Shane, dude.
That was the whole cause of friction between Lori and everyone was Shane.
I hate Shane.
Like
I still hate Shane.
what an asshole, man! His best friend goes missing. All right. You're gonna hook up with his wife. He's dead. Okay, but do you really have to? Like, literally, you wasted no time. You got her knocked up literally at the start of the zombie apocalypse.
Wait, so Judith is Shane's daughter?
Well,
I mean,
Ish.
it's implied, isn't it?
it is. It very much is.
I didn't even think about. I literally have not thought about that once. I always thought it was Rick's baby.
Well, I think there's a point when Rick says it's not yours, Shane. It doesn't matter if it is yours. It's mine. He tells him something like that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
It's really, Rick is weird.
So
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
this is
Okay.
pretty much our last topic.
Anyway, so more Star Wars. We're back to the Star Wars front.
Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront.
Can
Did you
everyone
ever play
just
the old
notice
Battlefront?
Alex's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. shirt right now as well?
It's got the map of the Kree city in a shield logo.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I just bought a Black Lantern T-shirt.
Yeah, you were wearing it the other day.
I was wearing it the other day. Yeah, but that just goes to show who's on what side.
Oh man. Okay, so did you ever play Star Wars Battlefront?
No.
On PlayStation 2? It was it was one of the most amazing games you could play on PS2 by far.
Better than Crash Bandicoot.
Oh yes.
I loved Crash Bandicoot.
You never played Battlefront.
Dude, it wasn't Crash Bandicoot was a platformer.
So
Battlefront was not a platformer.
Since
Okay.
Disney acquired LucasArts and all that, and they canceled 1313, which was going to be a pretty badass video game. It looked,
Yes, it was.
it looked really awesome.
I don't know anything about this.
1313 was it was a game where you would play as a bounty hunter on Coruscant,
I really don't, but okay.
Like, Boba Fett, the bounty hunters, man.
Yeah, I know what the bounty hunters are.
Okay, so that was the game. You would play as a bounty hunter, but when they acquired...
And, like, take bounties or what?
Well, yeah, you would have to hunt people through, like, the Coruscant underworld. You'd hunt down your targets and whatnot. But the game got canceled. And then they announced that DICE, who makes the Battlefield games, would be making Star Wars Battlefront. A new Star Wars Battlefront for PS4 and Xbox One. And
this Star Wars 1313 remains on hold.
They're not going to make it.
They may continue working on it.
It would make me really happy to see that game, but I don't think we will.
I mean, if they do happen to work on it, then they're going to make a lot of changes to it, and we wouldn't see it till like 2016 or 2017.
So DICE is making the new Star Wars Battlefront. They're pretty much famous for the Battlefield games, and they have their own game engine, which is how people develop games. They build them on top of these engines. Their engine is the Frostbite engine, and it is one of the most visually stunning of the game engines.
You like that word a lot, don't you?
This entire video
Stunning.
was used with footage from inside the actual game engine.
Stunning.
None of this is CGI.
It's stunning. I love that John Williams is banking on all of this music so hard. This has got to be some CGI.
No CGI.
This is not gameplay.
Yes, it is. It's not gameplay, but it's used. The game engine was used to create these, and the assets from the game were used to make this.
This is going to be cool.
Yeah.
This is very much a battle. Look at that. What is that? What are those called?
ATSTs.
They're not AT-ATs.
They're all-terrain scout transports, I think.
What did that guy just do?
Fired a rocket at it?
No, well, like the blue thing. Was that a shield?
Yeah, some sort of energy shield.
That's an AT-AT. AT-ATs are cool.
So apparently you're going to be able to replay iconic battles like this, the Battle for Endor, and other iconic Star Wars battles.
That's dope.
Yeah.
It looks really good. It looks almost as good as the original Star Wars movie. Actually, kind of even, sad to say, it kind of even looks better. Hopefully, are they going to do some story to it, though? Or is it just going to be like... Oh, shit. Really?
Y'all motherfuckers is fucked. No, the original Battlefront games never really had, like, a story mode. They're more about, like, just playing these battles and being a soldier, It's not about being the hero of the Republic or of the Rebels or being Darth Vader. It's about being on the front lines and, fighting in these awesome
Things are
battles.
different now, though. I feel like you kind of have to add that aspect to a game to really make it, like, work.
This game doesn't need it, man. If you never played the original Battlefront, so you're missing that, obviously, the nostalgic factor that has me so excited about this, but...
Well, also, I mean, let's be honest, you love Star Wars.
Yeah.
So
Very much
That's
so.
cool. All right. Well,
That's a show.
that's our show.
No, it's a show.
That's our
Show.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Or
Go ahead
listening, or doing whatever it is that you're doing.
If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to leave us a review on iTunes. It would be most appreciated. You can help other people find the show that way.
Or, I mean, feel free to share it if you're really, really into the show. Share it on your social media or whatever. But also, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to us as well. That would be really, appreciated. And I'm Downlow'd. That's DOWNLOW''D. You can find more information about me at IamDownload.com or hit me up on Facebook at Facebook.com/officialdownload. I post memes, music, and all of that other good stuff. Or hit me up on Twitter if you want to send me a direct message. It's at Download here. And Alex will tell you more about Macro Records and all of that good stuff right now.
If you want to tweet me or the show, use @Macro Records. Don't forget the hashtag #AskSnoo if you got a question for Snoo.
Snoo, how was your week?
Cool.
That's amazing.
One day
He's always got
we're
such
going to have
insightful
some
comments.
questions for Snoo, from our listeners.
He's got amazing commentary. One day he might have to change his name. I feel like one day we might get a cease and desist.
Go to our website, thisismacro.com. It's the hub for all things Macro Records, our blog, podcast, Let's Play, music. Everything we do is right there in one convenient source. Real quick, the track we featured today was from our back catalog. It was the Matthew Gold remix of Calmus.
Our Bat catalog.
It's just all Batman music.
But we've got a grip of new music coming for you guys
Very soon. We're
so
gonna be back
we're
into
just waiting on
releases.
Contracts and all that good stuff, and we're going to have all that stuff ready out for you. So
Thanks for listening, guys.
Excited.
We shall see you next week. Goodbye.